Hi everyone, welcome to Paper Person Playtime with myself, Christina, and Susanna. I am working still with the January kit. Is this the January kit? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to start by fussy cutting a whole bunch of these flowers. Because I want to use them as embellishments on my layout. I'm going to do a 12 by 12 layout today, and actually tomorrow for Laura's Sketches Reimagined. I did exactly what I did last week, and I just left my kit on my desk and used it for that layout as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and use it probably for my memory planner spread, and we will have killed this kit, which is fabulous. I want to use this wood grain paper as my background. I'm going to use some Distress Oxide ink in Vintage Photo all around the edges. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab this white gloss spray from Ranger, and I'm going to liberally splatter. So you guys know I like to do my splatter before and let it dry before I add anything onto my background page. So when I do that, I add lots and lots and lots and lots of splatter. And then after I've covered it up with all the other things, you end up with just a little bit of splatter, or the perfect amount where you want it. So I'm just going to splatter liberally on that diagonal line. I'm going to set that aside to dry thoroughly, and then I'm going to go ahead and map my photos. I'm going to map my photos with this pretty kind of pink mustardy starburst paper. I have two photos here of my dog, my dachshund. So the idea behind my layout today is one of the Traveler's Notebook sized pages that were in the kit for this month. Said emotional support, and then you could pick what you want: animal, person, place. And so when I was trying to decide what I wanted my layout to be about, I decided, you know what, we're going to do that. So we're going to use that Traveler's Notebooks paper that came in the kit in a different way, not in a Traveler's Notebook. And we're going to use the one that is light pink and says emotional support. And then we're going to mark animal. And that's going to act as my title as well. So I'm just going to map both of these pictures. I want to start my layout by creating a layered block in the middle of my page. This is going to house both my photos. It's going to house that Traveler's Notebook paper. It's going to house some stamping and some labels and lots of fun things. So I'm going to start by trimming this down. Now I believe that I ended up trimming this to 8 by 8. This is the beautiful foiled paper that is part of the kit. It's stunning and I love it. And it's going to provide just the right contrast off that dark wood grain background. I'm going to continue on here. Everything I put on this page is getting the edges inked with Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. Sorry for the background noise. Apparently my children are being extra noisy today, but they've just been sternly scolded. So hopefully they can be quiet for like 8 minutes more maybe. So here's how we are going to kind of layer these up. We're going to start with that foiled paper at the bottom. Then we're going to use that Traveler's Notebook paper. And then we're going to layer our photos on top of that. Okay, so I know I want to add some labels and with some stamping on them. And initially I thought I'd use the labels that were part of the kit, but they didn't fit the stamps I wanted. So we are just going to grab some of my Nicole Jones 911 printable journaling labels and some icing on the cake ink from Catherine Poehler. I'm using this cozy stamp set from the November kit that I love, 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 love. And now that I say that, I realize that this is the December kit, not the January kit. Because we get our kits at the end of the month. Oh, so weird. Anyway, it's hard to keep track of them. So I am just stamping these two cozy sentiments with icing on the cake, Catherine Poehler ink. And I'm going to tuck them in as kind of subtitles for my layout. So I'm going to pop these two little labels with the stamped sentiments under my photos. It's really hard to see that Traveler's Notebook paper on the video, and even in the photos it looks really light, but in person you can read it and it works just fine and acts as a title, in case you were wondering. Now here are all of those beautiful fussy cut flowers that I cut. And I'm going to go ahead and I want to sprinkle them along that same diagonal line that I added the white paint splatters to. I had a few of the leaves that I cut separately, and I used those almost like as falling leaf element, or falling leaves that go from the top left to the bottom right of my photo, of my page. And that's just going to keep your eye moving down through all of the other elements. Now, as I go ahead and start to use my tape runner to tape all of these little flowers down, I inked up all of the edges with the vintage photo ink, and I also used some foam tape and popped up some of the flowers as I adhered them to my page. Once I had all of those beautiful flowers adhered down, I'm just going to accent that diagonal design again using some Nuvo drops. These are the Shimmering Rose drops, and they are hands down one of my favorite pink colors. They just have this beautiful pearlescent, and they really work well. They are well used and well loved in my stash. And that's where we're going to call this layout done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to head over and check out Christina's video and Susanna's project, which will be on her Instagram, because they are both just gorgeous. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.